Hello everyone and welcome to tonight. Tonight we are here with Matty for Japan for the start of EU3 and yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. We are back. We are ready to go. EU4 kicked us off last night for Contest of Speed season, and it gave us an absolute belting start to the season with plenty of on-track close action and a good old-fashioned late safety car. Who would have thought, eh? That was a so yeah. EU4 set the tone yesterday. EU3, we will have 20 drivers. We have 2 joining qualifying, so that makes it so far, Hacko, 100% attendance. Yeah!
Let's go. That's good to see. It's good to see that everyone is hyped for the new season. It was a good preseason race in EU3. Good fight up at the front and we got quite a bit of competition in here.
Yeah, we have. We saw, well, Dan won the pre-season event last week, but again, once proved that not being the quickest is not necessarily the bad thing. Kept himself out of danger like he did in last season for E3 Championship, but it won't be straightforward. There is plenty of guys that have challenged near the front. They showed a good strong showing last week as well, so it should be an interesting race this evening.
Yeah, definitely. We had quite a few people in the front running train. And think we had some people who weren't able to attend as well. But a really good race, and we will be on for a good one here tonight as well. Japan is quite a tricky track. I can see Andre is swerving to get hit into the front tires. They are a bit difficult to warm up on the outlap, the front tires, but he's going on to his first lap of the evening now, heading out of the last turn. So, Matty, what do you think is the difficult, the worst turn around here?
The worst turn for me personally, the one in practice I'm struggling with is Degner 2, because the corner itself is off camber, and then you're trying to carry so much speed from Degner 1 to Degner 2. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. If you touch the curb on the inside, on the second right hand of it, the back end tends to step out and the car loses a bit of traction. So not easy. 2 key traction zones for me around this track: the exit at Degner 2 and also the exit of the hairpin. Basically, 2 traction zones that join one another on the circuit. So yeah, those will be the key areas for me to look out for this evening. And obviously those that do really well through the S section, through Sector 1, will probably do quite well this evening as well. Such a flowing section when you get it right.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Andre has I think he's done a decent job of keeping it clean throughout this lap. You just have to put in the time on your first lap, and he's done that. It's looking decent for Andre here. Going out to the line, it's a 1:29.8, and we have, is it a Williams? Yes, that is Ty in the William, going up to P2 with a 1:30.9. A Red Bull of Red Panda with a 1:28.5, showcasing he's got some pace tonight. And now Obi going across the line, he will be taking the shortest line, and it's a 1:28.7. And Yidmex going with a 1:28.0. So times are flying.
Yeah, Yimik's one of the stronger performances from last week at the front once again. His teammate Celijo, I'm going to get this wrong. It'll take me a couple of rounds, but I'll get it right. So the McLaren pairing strong last week and looked pretty strong in qualifying so far. Time to beat Hacko from yesterday was a 27.89. That was EU4 pole position. I'm pretty sure it's going to get beaten today, as well as we've got a few people off down at the hairpin, which is interesting. There's a McLaren going slowly. Is that an Alfa Romeo as well? Who else is? Someone's down there. Sorry, I'm distracted.
Yeah,
Somebody's down there, like kind of stuck or stopped.
Oh,
It's a Haas.
it's a Haas. That's Andre, I think. Yeah, it is.
Not particularly moving, which isn't a good sign.
No.
That's true.
Well,
He's
some
out
people
the
out
way.
on medium tires. I've just noticed that
Yes.
has put in a lap on the medium tires. So let's see if with the details here with the tires.
Lewis has also gone out on the medium tyres as well, so that's the other Ferrari currently on an outlap.
Yeah. So some people going for more than one lap, and that is possible. Even on soft tires, in my opinion, you can go out on yeah, you said still improve. So
Noisy boy is in. Yes, that makes it 19. Get in.
let's go. And good evening to everyone joining the stream now, as Andre is still going very slow. Has he got no fuel left?
I don't know.
Could be. Or has he had a puncture or something?
Quite possibly. I don't know.
Well, Almanac is to the top again. He was at the top last time in preseason as well. He was doing quite well in qualifying. He dropped to EU3 from EU2. I'm pretty sure. And he showcased that he's a top tier driver up here.
Oh, he's knocked the brake port marker out of the way as well. Someone's not going to be happy about that.
Though it's lucky that there's some water braking markers. But Caxel showcasing that the AlphaTauri boys are on it as well. So it's a sandwich between the AlphaTauris. Deathstorm isn't happy. But it's very close.
It's okay. It's okay, you'll be fine. Oh, Shane, hello, good evening. Glad to see you back, sir. I hope all is well. Hoodie is in the chat as well. Thank you for your support, as always, gentlemen. Predictions would be very nice at this stage.
Yeah.
A little bit early. Who is going to get pole? Who's it going to be?
Ooh.
I can see people have been sharing their allegiances this week as well with
Everyone is getting pole.
everybody, all of them. But yeah, there's a few guys out there just, I think, doing some laps.
Yeah, as usual, Dennis.
Yeah, just doing his thing. Just doing his thing.
Can you send an invite to Milosh? He's been disconnected.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, we'll do. It's like our usual thing that we have between each other.
Yep.
I'll have to send one once the race starts as well, because that will probably happen. There it is.
So, Yipmax going on another lap. They will be trying to improve on their first lap.
Oh no, that's not good news. Inside information down at Alfa Romeo, there has been a controller change.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Some people have to race on pad, or are racing on pad rather than a wheel.
Yeah.
Don't blame us.
Can't do anything about it. It is what it is. So first sector, they are marginally up. Yidmax have been quite unlucky with traffic throughout the first sector. If I'm gonna be honest, but still able to improve the lap, I think, as the grip will get higher throughout the session. So let's go on board throughout Spoon. Keeps it in 5th gear on exit. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, I've had a bit of play around. For somebody that still uses automatic gears, don't hate me, but I've been manually trying to shift down through corners as well this week, just have a bit of a play around to see what works and what does. And the shift down through the first part of Spoon and the second part actually helps with the rotation a little bit. So maybe fifth isn't a bad choice. Yeatmix goes to pole position though, as we saw, 27.9. If I'm being honest, I expected a bit more than a 10th improvement between.
Yeah,
the
but
two
that's the traffic, isn't it? So much traffic out there at the moment.
Yeah, the guys are, as a whole, are doing relatively okay, trying to keep out of the way of each other. It's not easy out there, especially through Sector 1, but as a whole, from what I've seen, they're doing pretty good job to try and jump out the way when possible.
Yeah. So I'm following Racer at the moment. He's putting in a purple Sector 1, so he's looking quite nicely, and he hasn't got the worst traffic up ahead. Looks like he lost the rear end a bit on exit. But he looks to be on a decent lap here. Is the EU4 champion of last season. Through Spoon we go. And up into... I forgot the name of the corner.
130.
No, the triangle thing.
Casio triangle.
Yeah, the Casio triangle. That is it. So through there we go. Quite a difficult turn as well. Very difficult to get right. So up to the line we go, and it is an improvement, and it's 27.8. So then marginally improving. I can see Almanac is going up to the line as well, and they haven't improved.
I'm going to be nice to the people and give the people some power. Who would you like to see? Oh, Griffin, 27.5. Yeah, there it is.
Griffin showing that he has the pace. I knew it.
Eking towards
the 27 too.
That would be a good time, I reckon, for into EU2. That would definitely be in the mid pack. I was about to say, you guys can choose a driver that we're going to go on board for the last run, so we can do a quick, kind of like a hot lap kind of thing.
Yeah. So if anyone wants
to
to
choose
choose
a
driver,
go for it.
Jackson saying me. Just don't choose Dan.
All right.
Let's choose Dan then. Put on a bit of pressure on the champ. Wheezy is on a lap right now, actually. Can't see how much time is left because of the cautions. 29.8. I think they can improve that. VC isn't the slowest driver, we know that. Might have been a mistake in there. We just came on board for the last couple of turns. Dan will not be back out. Oh.
I think he's starting at the back and just wanting to watch the carnage for the first one. Where is Caxel? Oh, come on. Get yourself out there. I can't do it. Luke. Oh, Andre's retired. That's in
the pits.
Anybody currently on a lap? Wisey Boy is on one.
Who is
Wisey Boy is quarter of a second up.
We need it one more time.
There's no battery left though, that's the problem.
Yeah, will they finish the lap? No, they won't.
No, he won't. I was going to say, I'd be amazed if he completes that lap.
Yeah, no need to. Milosh is out on a lap, heading through the first turn now. So I can see Kexel is still in the pit, so we won't follow him yet. And Scope is out. Is that that's in a retirement on track, is it not?
I
You
hope
should not
not.
do that. Yeah, it is. I can see the Ferrari parking, and Milosh is purple through sector 1, 3 tenths up. He is showing he's got pace in the car and he wants to be on the front. So here we go through the hairpin. Quite a difficult turn, the hairpin. So many marbles laying even on the line, I feel. Uh, Gotta love the helmet of Milosh with the pink. Not a color you see often on a helmet design. And there we go. A full driver grid. And he's purple again. And 6.5 tenths up. Heading into the triangle. And he will go up to the line now. And this will be quite a decent lap, I think. 127.9. Not a bad lap from Milosh. That is. So Kexel, let's go on board with Kexel. And Maddie, I will let you go through.
Oh. Here we go then. He is weaving, building those tyres up to temperature. We're going to get a good, nice exit here to set up the lap round. Suzuka DRS will open up just before the start-finish line, and we are on our way as we power down towards turn 1. Double apex here of 1, and there is turn 2 down to 4th gear to try and get that rotation in before turn 3 and turn 4, turn 5 and 6 as we fly our way through the S curves. Try and eke the power, bumpy a little bit on exit through the Dunlop curve at turn 7. Dead the curve, turn 8. There's the exit. Trying to keep the back end in check as you flow through turn 9. That was pretty solid through there. Turn 10 kink here, and then turn 11 as we brake hard down to 3rd gear. Some people may use 2 for turn 11. This counts apparently as a turn for turn 12, even though it's pretty much full throttle and flat out. We'll keep to the right hand side of the track as we head through the first part of Spoon. Try and get that car pointing in. Use as much as curve you can on exit through 14 as we come down to 130 R, which is turn 15. We've got 3 little corners to go. Brake as hard as we can, flick the car in through 16, over this curve for 17, straight line as much as we can through 8, should be tight as we can, and we're going to go 4th position.
So not a bad lap by Kexel there. Almanac is out there as well.
It wasn't too bad. That corner, the last corner, is not as bad as what it used to be. It's less bumpy as well, so it's a little bit more forgiving. Who is on a proper lap?
Almanac is on a proper lap. He's flying now. He's 2 tenths up in sector 1, and he's in quite a decent cruising attempt here at pole position for the first race of the season.
Lewis pushed it but wasn't close enough. Where is Griffin? What's Griffin doing? Ty improved quite a bit on his soft run. But we're waiting on Griffin to see what he can do. He's back out of the lap. So,
Almanac.
Luke is up and going to... Oh, he didn't go tight to the line. Interesting. Luke gets into the 27s. Almanac gets into the 27s as well. And that will conclude qualifying.
Yeah, that's not a bad qualifying. Quite close up at the front. Look at the gap between Griffin and Yeatmax. That is insanely close. 9 thousandths between the two of them. And
9.
I've just noticed that people are talking about fuel in the chat because Japan is quite fuel heavy.
It is very fuel heavy.
Yeah.
Last night, there was 2 drivers that I was aware of that were not going to make it because fuel. Luckily, the safety car came out at the end and it wasn't a problem. But yeah, very guzzly on the old fuel around Japan. So Griffin takes the first proper pole position of the season. Yeatmix again close in P2. Lewis, EU4 champ from last year, is 3rd, so top 3 separated by a 10th. Almanac slots himself into 4th. Then it's quite close between Caxel, Luke and Molières. Hex and Red Panda pretty close together. Ty and Stelzio and Obi-Wan is in 12th. Rob Stein 13th. Pretty much just a second off pole, so tight once again. Mons Andre Joker in his first race in 16th place. Deputising.
Definitely. A lot of new drivers this season, which is good to see. Makes it more interesting to see them evolve throughout the season.
We said it's a definite changing of the guard from getting used to drivers. A lot of drivers that we've been here for multiple seasons, and a lot have moved on, various reasons. But it's got to that stage where give it a couple years. It's had people been around for a couple of years. It's just people just going to move on. A bit of a changing with the guard, some new blood in, which is always good. Different audience as well.
Yeah, and Milos leaving the session, so it's good that you said the invite. So
Get your predictions in, everybody. There's over 40 of you in here, so I'd love to know what people are thinking from what you've seen in qualifying. Me and Hako, as it's our first one, we're not quite ready to put our necks on the line yet.
yes, please don't, as we have the lights going on for the first race of the season, and it will be go, and Griffin gets a decent start. It looks like guys on medium tires, and is Yeatmix in front? Yeatmix is in front and have taken the lead, and Almanac and Racer fighting. And Griffin is out of the race, and that is a safety car, and that was a collision or just a loss of traction.
That was a chaotic start. There was a collision at the back between an Aston Martin and a Ferrari as well. Luckily, should be all good. Sorry, I'm trying to do invites at the same time and look at the screen, which is... You caught me multitasking. I struggled to do that, if I'm being honest. Right,
yeah.
Both should have been sorted.
Definitely. So, Yeatmix has taken the lead now, and Racer in P2, Almanac P3, and both the AlphaTauri boys are looking good this race. So while there's a safety car, we can talk about strategy now with the tire selection. So top 4 on medium tires, as you would expect, as the hard tires are not a bad choice around here. We then have Hex on soft tires. That is gonna be difficult to make it work. You will have to pit very early, as Tyreway is quite bad around here, and there is chaos down behind.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on.
Someone's got a 5-second.
Well, there's
penalty.
A gap, and Weisberg got a 5-second penalty, but I don't know what was really going on back there, because I didn't know if it was the ghosted car of Skate, who's left the session and not been able to rejoin. But yeah, soft's interesting, but we saw it work yesterday to some extent. Blades was trying to do it yesterday, and the only problem is that the undercut, because of the tyres that the guys were using, the undercut was quite big, and he dropped down a little bit and then wasn't able to kind of recover. So softs could work, but you need to not burn through your tyres, and that could be quite difficult when you've got the heavy loads of the first sector in particular, and then spoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
unfortunately, Griffin, the first casualty. No one wants to be the first one. Oh, Morris has left again. Ah! Restart your thing. Sorry.
Yeah, and then we have King Luke up into P6 on the hard tires. Good start from him. So he's doing quite well on the hard tires in P6. Still show in P7 on mediums. Ty on mediums as well in the Williams. And then we have two drivers on the hard tires. We have Red Panda and Rob Star. Both very good drivers as well. So if they can keep up in the DRS or just slipstream, they will be doing quite nicely. Milosh is on soft tires. He didn't get to choose strategy, but he's doing he's doing quite well at the moment in P11.
Yeah, his AI is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, Wisney boy in P12 with that 5-second penalty on the mediums, and it's mediums downhill to Scope, who is on the softs.
That's
then
good.
it is hards for Dan and soft and hard.
That's gonna be annoying for Wisey Boy because he's probably not gonna get that removed. He's gonna have to pit and then it will serve it. So whatever's happened. I mean, personally, if this was under the safety car, I would just go and get rid of it now.
Yeah, that's what I would do as well, but I suppose a safety car coming out later on in the race is not out of the window. Ooh, as Mons almost hit the rear of him.
Close. That was very close. So.
Yeah, I did some practice earlier today, and Ty was quite bad. Oh,
and he got him again.
He's got to slow down.
I'm just. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna rock myself back and forth in my chair and not have a nervous breakdown whilst watching drivers behind a safety car race, effectively. Please be careful, please. It's because it's the AR car in front of Modis. It's basically stopping and starting and stopping and starting because the IA don't obviously warm up their tyres properly, do they? So, yeah. Anyway, no one's died because of that yet. We'll see what happens. Who's going to have the... So, Hex probably needs to get a move on once the safety car comes in.
Yeah, either that or you just want to save those tires to go as long as possible, to not get completely destroyed tires by the end, if there's no safety car later on. Yeah, tire is really bad around here. Did a few laps early on, and I think I did 13 laps on the mediums, and they were like 50% or something wear. So tire is really bad, especially on high fuel. And it's gonna be even worse now when they are on even higher fuel loads because of the safety car.
Thanks for the psychological advantage for tomorrow. Note to self, Hacko's not good on tyres. Cool.
So Yidmex going through the last corner now will be trying to get a good restart as they would want to run the pace, and they have gotten a decent restart, and Hex is on the rear, but Caxley putting on a move maybe. No, he backed out of it. He was thinking about it, probably to defend from Hex, as they would like to keep the soft runner behind for them quite a bit of time. Yeah, one big trade now.
Can you do me a favour? Can you remove the graphic now?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's alright. I've got it up, so I can see it. But unfortunately, you've got the important
I got the
picture.
stream.
There has been a swap down at AlphaTauri, which is interesting. And we've got yellow flags and more yellow flags because everybody's Constantina up down at the hairpin for like the first proper time.
Yeah, Stosius lost a lot of positions and something's happened there. Is it damage
Yeah.
for Star Show, maybe?
I don't know, monsters all over the place as well, and he slid out and nearly took 2 cars out. Oh, that got a bit scary.
Yeah, really scary. And Race is putting on an attack on Yeetmax out in front.
Oh, and the Red Bulls are fighting each other. Panda and Luke, and Rob's in there as well. Luke's they're boxing them in. Possibly nearly 4 wide. We go down to turn 1. Wisey Boy on the inside. He's made a great start. He's going to burn that battery as we head down. He's going to have the corner. No, he backed out of it. Lucas both the Red Bulls
Rob
are
is
off.
there as well. And
watch out for the rejoin, please. That we still side by side. Red Bulls nearly touch again. The hat around the outside.
I'm gonna be honest, that's a great move by Rob, going on the inside there, just keeping his cool. That's what
move for the lead. Yeetmix is off. Dunlop curve, and he's dropped it. And Ty's nearly run into the back of him. Pretty sure he did. We've got further carnage all the way down. Red Panda's off, I think, as well.
Ooh, so many mistakes now, but it is what it is. It happens when the field is this close. Racer is in the lead. He's almost broken DRS, and Hex has gotten past, and so has Caxel. I've just noticed.
Yeah, that is absolute carnage. Hex then all over the back of Caxel.
Yeah.
As we're heading down the straight. Interesting that Caxel was burning there, and Hex was still able to keep up with him. DRS will be available, I believe, this time around when we cross the start-finish line.
Yeah, it will.
Lap
and
6.
Rob pushing YC around, and he's going for the overtake. He's pushing it across the start-finish line, and he will be ahead into turn 1, I would assume, unless YC's... Yeah, he's got the top line speed and the better tires. So, yeah.
Rob's showing some good pace at the moment. He's on the hard tyre, don't forget. Everybody else in front of him is either on the mediums or the softs, so he just probably doesn't want to get cut away too much from the guys in front, because he wants to give himself a bit of a chance when the drivers swap strategies about. Joker is flashing. What is it about Alpine drivers and not having ERS? I've seen this once or twice before.
And
back
Rob is
in the
pushing
session,
him
which is good.
through the corners. Rob has definitely got the pace on Rob, and he's showing good pace. Rob is. He's really showing that he's up for a fight in his debut tonight.
Let's see what else is going on. So the team that's made the biggest moves at the moment is the Alfa Romeos. Wisey Boy up to 7th, and Dan's up to 14th as we go into the Casio Triangle. Luke's hanging on to P9 at the moment. Joker's closing in, but again Alpine with that flashing button. There's a couple actually as well. Stolk in P12, but that is Isoto for those that are watching last season, so that is very accustomed behaviour from the Mercedes driver to have lack of ERS.
Yeah, and Rob getting past now, so he's gonna try and catch up to his team up in front.
Well, Rob's done a great job there. He's already got 0.8 of a second gap to Wisey Boy, so let's, you're probably going to say, let's see what he can do in terms of catching the guys out front.
Yeah, he's done a decent job so far. He's gained 4/10, I think, so he's doing really well, and Yeetmax is trying to catch up to the group up ahead again, as Caxel has been thrown out of DS range by Racer. Racer's showing great pace in the Ferrari. Saw it at the start. He had a bit of a bad start, but it happens. So Caxel will be on the attack by Hex, who is on the soft tires. Those tires will slow down as well. Caxel going over to defend. And then going back to the line. So no attack from Hex this time around. But what about Ty? No as well. No attack, and Vice Boy has gone straight on.
Oh, Wisey Boy's wide, yeah. Got on the exit curve, and now he's under pressure from Luke. He's not cooked those tyres already, has he? Oh, he's really out. And that's the thing, lose the ribbon for one corner, you lose it for the rest of them. Now he's got a train behind him. It was one, it's now 3 drivers. George Morgan, thank you for the follow. Yes, Rob will cook, Elite. Let him cook now. He's cooking.
He's catching.
1.7. He's 1.8 seconds behind at the moment, so he's catching slowly. And the tyres should. Oh, he's run deep low. The tyres should flip in a few laps in terms of tyre performance. Pycross123, thank you for the follow as well. Good to see some new faces here. Paco, like last week, it's been fast, furious, and chaotic. The first opening 8 laps.
Oh, before you say that, Almanac is on the attack on Hex, so the soft tires have dropped off, and they are pushing and bunching, and they are showing that they are not going to give up. Ooh, and will Almanac be ahead? Yes, he will. He will have superior speed. For now, the soft tires have died. So they will try and catch up to race up in the lead.
Yeah, they ran deep there. Almanac ran deep and pushed Hex off the track, and then Hex gave it back a little bit. So, I mean, is what it is. We've got a spinner down at turn 1. Oh, it's Stelcho. It's the other McLaren.
Yeah, the McLarens, they're really good in qualifying, but they haven't had the best of races so far this season. Not in pre-season either.
It's just a couple of the curves through Sector 1 are just really, and he's a bit twitchy on exit whilst the tyres are trying to cool down. Yeah, a couple of those curves in Sector 1 in particular are a bit on the slippery side as Mod is, and Joker fights it out for P10.
Mullish is on the soft tires, and they will be slower now. So he will be trying to stick within this train, I would assume, for now. Rob isn't catching the cars up ahead, but Yidmac has dropped the Williams behind and has catched back up to the train, but with no ERS in the tank. And Hex is in, and he will probably go on to hard tires. So
no, they're yellow.
So he's...
We've got some mediums on.
That is...
I don't know if that's brave or foolish.
That is crazy. Oh yeah. But Yedbex will now need to catch up again. Almanac is pushing his teammate to catch up. And yeah, pretty big gaps behind. Until we go down to Viceboy, he's got a big group behind him.
Yeah, but his teammates just joined the back of this pack, so he's done Dan a favour at the moment. But and that helps Dan as well. Joker's into the wall.
Joker.
And that is a virtual safety car, right then. So if it stays out long enough,
this will be good for medium runners.
I was going to say, are people in the mediums going to be brave enough to come in?
Even people in hards should pit if it's going to stay out the entire way. Because...
Be hard to go mediums from here, though, if it's the hards, I feel.
Yeah, but... You gain so much time, you'll just need to save a bit of tyres, wouldn't you?
Well, unless the hard runners go to the softs at the end, then that could be interesting.
Yeah, I just wouldn't do that. The softs completely die. Race is staying out. Caxel staying out. Almanac is in the pits, and so is Yidmax. What about Ty? Ty is staying out. Rob is staying out. And Viceboy is staying out as well. King Luke staying out. Milosh is in. He's on the soft tires, so that is expected.
Oh, Dan's coming from the hards. That's the first hard runner. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah. Pitting onto mediums.
Well, everyone's pitting around him. There's not really much to lose. He's going to come out in 14th. DRS enabled. We are green once again. He's out in 14th, so only down 3 positions. Gap to the lead between these guys then that have just pitted will be about is 36 seconds. Well, we'll see what happens, shall we?
How have Caxel lost 3 seconds to race in front? He must have been sleeping on the virtual.
He would done Lewis with his probably experience is probably pushing that delta as much as he could. So now got a nice little gap, and actually it's quite spread out the front.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is on.
Dan is pushing.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Obi-Wan didn't come in. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, when you're that far behind.
He's on the soft still, which I thought he would just come in and get it done. So I would say that's a bit of racing inexperience there from himself. And then Caxel comes in now. Oh, Taco, why is he not coming the lap before?
I mean, I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to. That should be studied. But yeah, I mean, his teammate is in a better position now. Maybe playing the team game. I don't know.
Obi-Wan's coming this lap as well. Ah, my. So I'll probably make the same mistake tomorrow.
Yeah, most likely. If I
He's
know
gone
you.
to the hards and not the medium. Oh, I don't know anymore. I don't. It just doesn't make sense.
Does Avatar have Scuderia in their name? That is correct.
Who knows? The only one that's out there and has made a wrong decision, but it's not his fault, is Scape, because he's left the session, so it's currently his AI. But other than that, anyone else is a little bit on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but hey, who knows? They could just prove me wrong with like the 15 laps we've got left. So I may need to eat my words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still surprised by the choice to pit, but in goes Ty in the Williams pairing, and
Ty can't.
the rest stay out. It looks like Almanac, fastest lap of the race. He's on new hard tires.
He's on those hard tyres, so he can run to the end, and that's interesting. So that's our net lead, I feel now, since he's pitted under the VSC. So Lewis will have to come out and do a lot of work. The second half of the race, as tyres come out in 10th.
Yeah, the closest cars we have is Red Panda has spun it, and he's
hit the wall. That's pretty hard as well.
Yeah, that's the second time he's spun that. It's not a good day in the office for Red Panda. And King Luke is being pressured by behind from Stoichi. So pace is being shown back here as well. Rob is doing quite well in those hard tires. And it's... Oh, it was 3 wide. Oh, and there's contact, and that's... Oh, I thought I saw... Oh, Caxel.
Oh, Caxel's out. VSC!
VSC, and that's perfect. Rob pits. Racer has stayed out. He's lost a lot of time now. Oh, and I've heard it's technical thing with his wheel. That's...
Oh, that was the fear. We had that. That was a problem, wasn't it, earlier on this week or at the end of last week?
Oh, Red Panda retired as well. So it might be a full safety car. It is a full safety car. I can see the safety car coming out of the pits now. So
It is. It is a full safety car. Well, that's a good news for some people.
yeah, good news for Racer.
Oh, Luke, that was close. Oh, what's the odds someone's going to run into the back of the safety car?
That's almost through the
that was close as
oh.
well.
It's the battle of passing the safety car. Vicey boy trying to get past the safety car as well. And someone else has retired. That's Obi-Wan. And that looks to be on track. And it is.
It is, but it's, I don't know whereabouts that is.
That is.
He's got. Yeah, he's got some issues as well. A couple of drivers are struggling.
And thank you for the raid, Red Panda. Appreciate it. So Racer coming in now.
Oh, that's not good. So I know what Obi-Wan's done. It's not him. He's was disconnected. I said to him, I'll try and leave the game and come back, and it's retired the car on the track.
Oh, so he's gotta be a very unlucky man. So honestly, Rob is in a really good position here. Look at him. He's in net P3 because Sheetmax wanted to get on new tires. So the Williams pairing is doing really well here. So Yeetmax coming back out in P7. They're on the soft tires.
Dan stayed out on the mediums.
I'm actually curious what tires everyone is on. So
it is rainbow coloured. It is very...
Yeah, that it is. So Almanac on hards, Racer on softs. That's surprising. Rob on mediums. I think the mediums will be the best tires to be on, if I'm gonna be honest. Don't think the softs will be that good. They will die quite early on, I think. And Dan has made up a lot of positions. He's in P5 now.
Don't forget one of the guys that stopped under the virtual safety car the first time round. That's what that is. And a few guys now deciding to pit later on. So he has got, as you're going to probably say, Stolt and Yeetmix behind him on the what?
A bit of carnage with Stoiky and Dan there.
Well, Dan was coasting up to the back of them because obviously he's on 4-lap-old mediums, which is worse than everybody else there. Now he's just got 5 seconds, which he won't be happy about because he doesn't want to burn through the tyres, which is kind of something I do if I go on the softs and everybody towards the end of the race. So yeah, that's a bit interesting. Hey, good news though, we have lost a couple through technical difficulties. Scape has returned because his Wi-Fi is now reconnected and he's back in the race and he's actually in the hunt.
Yeah, he's on the right tyre, in my opinion, of course. So he's in a good position to make up some positions here.
I just feel the guys on the softs, especially in the middle of the pack, could be a little bit on the impatient side with the grip they're going to have over everybody else to start off with.
Yeah, that's the thing. The grip advantage will be massive. And then when you have that grip advantage, it is quite difficult to keep your head leveled. And Hill is saying, I expect Rob to be in the best position to win here. that depends if there's any more safety cars.
I reckon he's got many words of wisdom currently being thrown his way.
Yeah,
If I had a
definitely.
feeling of those that could be engineering him.
Definitely. I think there's a chance you might be in a call with Jones. The good old fox.
Possibly. Williams in a strong position as well.
Yeah, good team points.
Good team points in terms of trying to get a foothold early doors of the Constructors' Championship. But what's the thing they normally say? One safety car usually leads to multiple safety cars, and I reckon somebody's going to go into the back of somebody.
That's a big chance that's gonna happen. So Almanac will be our leader for the start, and they will try and get warmth into the tires. And Rob's making a pickup. Is he sleeping? Don't sleep behind the wheel, mate.
Rob, bedtime's not yet. You got another 10 laps to go. Wakey, rise and shine. So big gap all the way down then to Rob in third. Has put some guys under a little bit of pressure. Wisey boy round the outside of Hex into turn one, and Hezi is the last on the soft tyre. So far, so good. We've got a gap where Luke is currently sitting in 8th place.
Yeah, and Dan is being attacked by...
Harassed, I feel.
Yeah, it is something, isn't it? Oh!
That was the Mercedes running wide.
You don't have that much grip, mate. It's not qualifying. So side by side.
Lewis has made a move for the lead.
Oh no! And that's the move for the lead, and that's Heat Max around.
Oh no.
And now there's a move.
Monster's got damage. He's wide on the hard tyres as well. That front wing's gone.
And Stosho is up into P7. It's carnage here. So Stoikid is now putting on pressure.
Oh, Monster's trying to get out. Don't go 3 wide up there. That's just not going to happen. It's carnage for he's jumping out the way.
Oh, and that's too wide between King, Luke, and Vicey. And Dan being overtaken now by Stoiky on the softs, and I don't think that's a particularly hard move.
No, that was kind of a given, and I don't think Dan's going to be too disappointed considering what the carnage that just happened behind him, because he's got a 3-second gap now to Steljo in P7. So important thing, as people say, keeping DRS.
And Hex is off track. And he's gone almost straight on. There's a corner there, mate.
Where he's going, he doesn't need roads.
He is a rally driver. Oh, and the Huss off track, that is Milosh.
If I'm being honest, when does Rob either give it up or let Ty through? Because at the moment, he's not keeping up with Almanac, who's on the hard tyres in front of him.
Yeah, Rob had great pace, and it's like he can't get the tires fired up.
Oh, Wisey boy down the inside of Andre in the second part of Spoon. What a move that was.
That's... Oh, and King Luke and Yidmax side by side.
Wide.
Yeah, it was about to happen, and side by side for Andre and someone else.
Stolch is gonna go. Oh no, Ty's held him off.
That is good.
Okay.
For the Williams. They want to keep him behind for as long as possible.
The battle of the disconnect, boys. Miliez and Scape. Scape's hit the back of Molliers there, but they're all pointing in the same direction. Yeet Mix has got back ahead of Andre, but it's been a difficult race for the McLarens, hasn't it, to say the very least?
Yeah. Yeatmax.
Good for your boys, though.
Yeah, good for my boys in the Williams pairing. Rob has now put on
Oh,
the
escapes off.
throttle. He's pushing now. He's caught up a second. So
Almanac's dropped, like, I know Lewis is on the softs, but Almanac all of a sudden has lost a lot of time, and Rob's gained a bit of time.
yeah. Ty has caught up, and he's now going side by side. He's letting Stoiker by, actually. Will Stoiker send it on the inside? No, he won't. He will not be able to. He will take the DRS and get past. I think Rob can use this to his advantage here, because the softs are still faster. Somewhat at least. So there's no need to defend it.
No.
Just let him go, catch back up to Almanac, and then get in.
Don't forget,
P2.
those softs are going to have to do another 8 laps as well, by the way.
Yeah, and Yeatmax in P8 now behind Vicey Boy.
Wisey boy, who's not there that was there? Because the Alfa Romeos weren't 6 and 7. Oh, Steljo. Steljo's lost like 2 positions.
Yeah, I think he let his teammate through. So Yeatmax pushing.
Alfa Romeo versus McLaren. This is probably quite important.
Oh, Stolscher getting very close to his teammate there. But I would assume that Yeatmax wants to get past as soon as possible and yeet off into the distance, because they got the pace
he
to
will.
do so.
I don't think Wisey Boy would do that, simply because of the threat it could pose to his teammate in front of him.
A drift. Yeah, but I think Yeatmax got the pace to get ahead, don't they? They've been really fast. Just a few mistakes have hindered the path to victory.
Yeah, but you saw Wisey Boy in the first stint kept everybody behind for quite a few laps. Well, we'll see this time around. It's going to be the first attempt for Yeatmax on Wisey Boy.
Not close enough.
Not. Wisey Boy didn't burn any battery, and Yeatmax had DRS and didn't claw. Get the Tokyo drift on that.
Yeah, sliding a lot on those soft tires. These tires will not keep up if you keep doing that. They will drop off quite rapidly as well. I can see that Stoik has caught up to Almanac, and Rob has done as I expected him to, keep up and just maybe save a bit of battery now until those tires drop off even more. Even though Rob is losing quite a bit of time here.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, he is. Almanac's lost a lot of time.
Yeah, they must have hit the cliff first. I would assume the hard tires. The 25% mark.
That is, he's hit the cliff early then on those. This has been like this since what, 2 or 3 laps ago.
Yeah.
That's a bit concerning.
Yeah, and Ty losing DRS now. Almost. I don't know if they got it.
Oh.
But Yeatmax pushing
through, but the other McLaren ran deep though, and Andre's gone around the outside. Luke unfortunately lost out because of the wiggle. We're going to go 3 wide possibly here down to turn 1. Fingers crossed it all goes okay.
Oh,
Luke's trying to tough it out.
Oh, that's a great move by Luke if he can keep it. Ooh.
Go on, Luke.
He almost had it.
Not
I think
quite.
he wasn't really trusting the tires and the grip he had.
Andre got past Yeatmax, and Yeatmax, whoa, back end sliding. Those solid.
Yeah,
it's worrying for the McLaren if the softs are doing that. There's still 6 laps to go, including this one.
Oh, and even Solskjaer is losing the rear, so both McLarens are struggling with the rear end. Oh, and Miller has been murdered.
Murder.
That is unfortunate. It happens when you're that close around.
Hako, some developments out front. The Williams have dropped off.
Yeah, Rob has dropped off, hasn't he?
And Stolke's gone down the inside of 130R!
Ooh, can you keep it close? Do not hit each other, please. And Almanac is low on battery as well, but
They're all both low on battery. So this would be down basically to straight line speed and DRS. Almanac to the outside.
yeah, will they keep it around the outside? Yeah, they will. Straight ahead, and
This is great news for Lewis whilst these two keep swapping positions.
yeah, and Ty catching back up. I would assume that Rob has made a mistake, hasn't he? Hex and Luke fighting again.
Although Lewis is leading at the front, I mean, 14 drivers are still within 20 seconds of the... Oh,
Yes.
sorry, correction. 13 drivers are still within about 18, 20 seconds of the lead. I was about to say 14.
Oh, Munch
that
is in the pits.
That is in the pits, so he's done it right this time. That's good, that's good, that's good.
Yeah, and I can tell that Rob has caught up a bit.
It's like guys are going through different, kind of like graining.
Yeah.
Dan was nearly 3 seconds behind Ty at one point. He's now 1.2 seconds. It's just been floating back and forth, and Ty's dropped off to Rob. So interesting to see what could happen. Yeatmix is going to go to the inside of Andre. Gets the move done.
Beautiful move, beautiful.
That is some brave racing. So he's going to try again to get past Wisey Boy in front, but is outside of DRS as Andre's got DRS to come back. Closing. Look at the straight line speed of the Hash around the outside into turn one. Yeatmix runs deep though, and that's Dolcho gets to go through. Hex is probably going to go through as well.
Yeah.
Just overcooked it slightly. Back end stepping out again. So those soft tyres are starting to complain, if they weren't already.
Yeah, you kind of expected that, didn't you? The soft tyres not having to tough it out the last few laps. So Dan is catching up to Ty.
Wise Boy's dropping off low, but that's expected. He's on the so can Almanac do something about Lewis? Lewis is on the 9 lap old. It looks like a walk in the park at the moment. With 3 laps to go.
Yeah, definitely. And Rob still keeping quite close to the pairing up in front. They're fighting, so he will naturally gain quite a bit of time. It's still showing off fighting Andre and getting past. So that McLaren isn't struggling anymore. At least it doesn't look like it. Almanac and Stoker fighting up in front. That is Stoker up in the lead now.
Can Almanac do something about it?
Oh!
On
Contact
Andre.
between Stasio and Andre. I'm surprised no one spun there. And Heck still got pace in the softs. No, he's on the mediums.
He's got a move done into turn 6.
That's I'm surprised that happened.
Yeatmix has spun. That's the yellow flag. Oh, that's not good.
Not a good first race for the McLarens. Not compared to when they started, at least. Almanac getting dropped actually now by Stalker. So they are pushing out in the lead.
Stolchka is don't forget start at the back, so that's 20th to 12th to 2nd, by the way.
That is impressive.
I've been looking at some of the position changes. Williams between have gained 14 places. That's pretty good. Stolche's got 18, but Alfa Romeo have said no, hold my beer. 24 positions gained between Dan and Wisey Boys so far. Wisey Boy under pressure and could lose a couple, but that shouldn't take away from their performance so far with 2 to go.
Yeah, Vice Boy under pressure now by Stelshaw, I think. No, Stelshaw backing out.
Luke's got past Andre. That continues. Heat Mixer's retired. That's in the pits. That is, well, a difficult race in the end, to say the least. It's always going to be tricky trying to get those soft tyres to the end.
Oh, Hex, be careful. That was very close to the rear of Stelshaw. Stelshaw, you're moving quite a bit.
No! Back end is very twitchy. Hex is through. Persistent pays off.
Yeah.
Hex has had a very topsy-turvy race, back up to where he was.
Yeah, he's been down. He's been up and down throughout the whole field. He's had the lowest points, but also the biggest highs.
Right.
Vice
Here we go then. We're on to the
now.
last.
Oh no,
Stolce's dropped it!
Oh, and Rob is in the podium.
Podium's gone. Rob's going to take it. He's third currently.
Oh, and look behind. Oh, he's being hunted now. Vice he is. Hex. Stelshaw. Will Stelshaw go for the move?
Oh, Hex is giving him room.
Oh, well helped by Stelshaw.
Yeah, that's not on Hex there. Hex gave him room. Stolcho just went on the curb on the inside, so
yeah,
it was pretty respectful. That is the McLaren's mistake.
Yeah, it
in my
could as well
there.
just be the marbles, I think. So Hex putting on pressure on Vice Boy now. Oh, a bit wide for the Mercedes there. Vice Boy still got decent battery to work with, I think. He's not blinking for now. So a bit more straight line speed in that Alpha.
Yeah, and with
and
Dynamo,
on the soft tires as well.
Wisey's boys done a solid job pretty much to hold these guys off towards the end. Lewis is coming up to the Casio Triangle for the final time. The EU4 champ, we didn't see too much of him last week, but he's proven why he could be a threat this season for the EU3 title. Lewis crosses the line and takes the first round of the season in EU3. Almanac's going to come across in second. Rob's going to be very happy. I know that for a fact. He's going to be third. Time fourth. That is a good point score for the Williams. Dan is in fifth from the back of the grid as well. Stolke will overtake him, but I think that will be under review. Wisey Boy held off everybody in the end because there's a massive train behind him for seventh. Hex 8th, Luke 9th, Stolcho in 10th to get the last point for the first race. Andre 11th, Joker 12th on his debut. Molly is in 13th with all those disconnects going on to finish is a good job. And we'll wait for Scape, who's eventually managed to join back in to the session and will finish his first race. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, don't crash out now.
Yeah, you've done all the hard work.
So, that is a good first race. A lot of battles around the entire grid. And mostly respectful as well. So.
Yeah, it was respectful. A few interesting moves, but as I said in the EU4 Twitch chat yesterday, it's the first couple of weeks people have not really raced against each other before. Lots of new bods, but it is an experienced head and a regular that has held on for the opening round, and it is advantage Ferrari early doors. So, Lewis wins. Almanac second, and Rob is in third from 13th. I'm pretty sure he'll be very surprised with that, and he'll be very happy. Ty finished fourth, so good point scores for Williams. Stolke, agonising heartbreak, ends up finishing fifth. Dan in sixth with a investigation of that 5 seconds to probably be looked at. Wiseboy held on in seventh because he had the train of Hex, Luke, Stolce, and Andre all behind him trying to score those points. As I said, Joker in 12th on debut. Molliers 13th. Scape 14th was the last classified finisher. Yeet Mix gets classified with 2 laps to go. Mons retired, and then unfortunately technical difficulties for Obi Twitch, Panda, I believe, and then Griffin. Well, Hako, it can only get better for him next week.
Yeah,
After-
definitely.
Unfortunately, spinning on the first lap, so
Yeah, I mean, it happens to even the best
It
of
happens.
us. So he's shown that he has the pace, and very unlucky for Stoke in that last lap spin. So let's get some interviews going, shall we? All invited in here, and you can do your plugs, Matty.
I can't do it. I'll do it now whilst we're waiting. Yeah, EU3 was this evening. Guess what? Guess what's later? I'm looking forward to it. Well, I'll look forward to watching it tomorrow when I get up. AM3 is on later on, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 2 a.m. in the UK and 3 a.m. For the likes of yourself, Hacker, our European colleagues. Next European action is tomorrow night. It is the same time, 9 p.m. UK. You get to watch me and Hako try and do what these guys were doing tonight. And EU2 should be fairly interesting. And then EU1 on Thursday. It was hectic and chaotic last week. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty much the same again. Jack Hawkey took the pre-season race win for EU1 last week. Next EU3 action, if that's what you are interested. We head to Zandvoort next week for the second round, which always been held in Cos Hearts because we had a few duchies and there's only 3 of them now, so it means a lot to them. Again, 9 p.m. UK time for that. Do check the Twitter and the Instagram where race results and etc. will be posted. In terms of if you want to watch the stream back, as soon as this finishes, it should be up on the Twitch channel, so you can watch it then. If not, and Twitch isn't your platform of streaming device, streaming service you like to use, it'll eventually be uploaded to our YouTube channel, Contest of Speed. I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else at the moment, and we'll leave it over to the interviews if they are all here. Hako, which I think they could be.
Yeah, I think we need Almanac. But while we're waiting for Almanac to answer if they are on for interviews, I think we should start with Rob. Start with the lowest and go up to the highest finisher. So Rob, welcome to the booth, and good race today. Did you expect a podium here tonight?
No, not at all. Because after qualifying, I couldn't make a lap. Qualified P13. I didn't expect anything, but the hards did me well. And then Virtual came out, and I was like, I have to pit. And it brought me some positions up.
Definitely did. Did you have some trouble with keeping up, or were it just the tires dropping off a bit? You had pace some laps and then it dropped off a bit. Were it just mistakes, or was it just you not knowing how the tires work correctly?
mistakes really, because I was on my last warning, and I tried to be fast as I could, but also don't get a penalty at all. But then when Tyler was one did well as well, defended against, I think it was TTV Stoke, did very well defending. I want to say thank you to him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it was a good race, yeah, especially on my birthday as well. Podium.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Rob.
it's like it.
Thank
It's
you.
like it was meant to be. You know?
Yeah, meant to be,
The
eh?
stars aligned.
I even had Jones in my ear telling me to calm down whilst he's being the calmest man in the world. Saying, calm down, you got this, you got this. And I pulled it, and I got the podium out of nowhere.
That's it. As I said on commentary, I said I know how happy you'll be with that, considering. I don't know. I know how happy you would have been. You would have been probably grinning from ear to ear now. So, hey, congratulations. Good start for William. That's third and fourth is a good points all. So, good work with yourself and Ty. And hopefully we'll see you more, maybe.
Yep.
Who knows? Hacker, I don't think Almanac is joining us.
No, I don't think so. I think
The race has taken out of him so much that he's going to bed.
too tired.
Too tired.
So
So I
Then it is the
suppose that
winner.
leaves somebody left.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Boo! I had to do
I'm
this all
back.
last season as well, and you're back. Hi.
Hello. You're right. How's it going? How's it since our last conversation? How's it been, Matt?
It's been fantastic. Me and Hako have just watched you completely, for some reason, dominate now EU3 as well. So you made it look fairly easy after the safety car restart.
But to be honest, I think the race would have been completely different had it not been for those VSCs and safety. Like as always, like they always shake things up in a race. But that first VSC that occurred, and Almanac and a few others took the opportunity to pit. I took the gamble thinking, how long is it going to be? I don't want to be. I'd rather have track position in a VSC so early on. So I stayed out, but I knew that if there wasn't going to be a safety car for the rest of the race, it'd be tough to catch Almanac because in the end, like, it was quite a long VSC, and really, it was only that second safety car that allowed me to pit for my softs that really changed it then, because I think a lot of people that had already pitted the lap before, because the VSC came out as I just left the second VSC, as I just went past the pit entry, and I was like, oh, typical. Everyone behind me now is going to be able to stop. But I thought, okay, I'll carry on. And then I think it turned into a safety car, and that's what then I was like, okay, I'm all good now. I can put the softs on. Almanac stayed on hards, fair play, because I mean, at the time it could have been dodgy for him, but he wanted track position. I don't blame him. So I knew I needed to get past him quickly. That was the key really for this race, so that I knew I could build a gap up. And then the last like 5 laps were nice. But before that, it was a lot of work, like a lot of stress involved, just because of not knowing where everything was, where everyone was going to be once I had my second stop. But that safety car, that second one, really kind of helped me majorly. Other times it's not going to work in my favor, but definitely I would be very surprised if I have a race like that again. I know it looked very much like EU4, but there's some quick guys at the front. It was just one of those, like the guys that were quick today, they fell away early on, and I was able to just pick up the pieces.
Oh, that's just your experience in a nutshell, I suppose. As you have been pick up the pieces and.
Well, it's nice because this track
take...
was where, sorry, this was the first track I got a podium on, all the way back when I first started. I don't know, it was F1 2018.
Don't say that. That makes me feel old.
F1 2018. So to have it's one of those. It's nice to get a podium. And my birthday is in exactly a week's time, and unfortunately, I won't be racing next week because I'll be in a different country.
So we can't
Yeah.
have like a birthday get together.
Sorry,
Like we've done for
apologies for that.
and
But it's
congratulate
Zandvoort as
them.
well. I enjoy Zandvoort, but don't worry. So I won't be here next week, but I'll be back as normal. For the following week.
Okie dokie. Right.
Well,
There's only one thing left to say, Hako.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm completely absorbed
Well-
by all the talking he's done.
It's easy when I interview Lewis. I go, Lewis, how's the race? And he just explains it all, and I go like, brilliant, done. Thank you, Lewis.
Exactly.
and then we'll say congratulations to Rob if he's still here. It's well done, sir, on your
Yeah,
P3, and a
thank you.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Lewis, congratulations on taking the opening round of the season and your win of Suzuka. Hako, thank you for joining me in the virtual commentary box for the first time. That's it, Hako. We've done 1 of 16, so there's 15 to go.
Yeah.
And nothing majorly went wrong,
No,
unlike last
not
week.
yet.
So we've got it right. EU3 gave us a thrilling race. So over to AM3, which will be the first America's region race this evening. And then no pressure, Hako. You and me tomorrow. We got to perform like these guys have and make it interesting
Definitely.
for EU2.
So
We will give it a go.
EU2
And I'll
tomorrow.
let you round off the stream if you want to.
AM3 tonight. Catch them if you can. And then we'll see you guys next week if you're only here for the EU3 streams, because me and Matty are that good in the comms booth. So I hope you all have a great evening, and we will see you guys later on. So goodbye everyone, and good evening.